Alright, so you're joining me on this third page. This is the last page that you will receive new information. I will be posting a fourth video, which is optional for you to watch. It's just going to be me working through some of the problems on the back of this page. I expect the problems on the back of this page to be completed when you come into class tomorrow. So, the last tidbit of information that we have to learn is this. In any triangle, the measure of one exterior angle is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. So, we looked at some pictures, examples of interior and exterior angles today. So, the next statement that we have, it says an exterior angle and its adjacent interior angle are supplementary. That makes sense. 3 and 4 are supplementary because they form a linear pair. So, if 3 and 4 are supplementary, that means the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 4 equals 180. Now, this triangle, we know that all three angles add up to be 180. So, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equals 180. And the new piece of information that I need you to understand is that if you add up the remote angles, it equals the exterior angle. The sum means add, of the remote angles, that means the two angles that are not adjacent, equal the exterior angle. So how do we apply this to solve problems? Well, here we have our first problem. We have this triangle, and we're asked to find x and y. We're going to find y first, because y is an exterior angle. And we're told that y equals, that exterior angle equals the sum of our remote angles. So that means the angles that it's not adjacent to. It's adjacent to x. We're going to use the other two angles, 45 and 37. When we add 45 and 37, what do we get? $82 degrees. If I can add correctly. So, the measure of angle y is 82 degrees. Let's find x. Well, this is where we should not forget that the three angles in a triangle add up to be 180 degrees. So we can add our two angles, which we've already done, and then subtract from 180. 180 minus 82 would be 98. Let's try this one again. So in number 2, we have two exterior angles, angle Z and angle Y. Those are exterior angles. We're told that the exterior angle is the sum of the two remote angles. Now we're not going to start with Y because that means Y would be the sum of 60 and X, and we don't have X. So let's start by finding the measure of angle Z. Why do we want to find the measure of angle Z? Because we have both of its remote angles. That's the angles that's not right next to z. So z is the sum of its remote angles, 60 and 45. So z equals 105 degrees. Now, I want you to think about the relationship with z and x. They're adjacent and they form a linear pair. So if they form a linear pair, then x plus z adds up to be 180 degrees. So I can find x by doing 180 minus 105, and x would be 75 degrees. Let's find the measure of angle y. If we know that x is 75 degrees, we can now find the measure of angle y. Y is an exterior angle. The exterior angle is the sum means add, of its remote interior angles. Those are the angles that's not right next to y. So 60 plus 75 will give us the measure of angle y. 60 plus 75 is 135. Now, there's another way to find angle y. I want to talk about it right now. Here, angle y and 45 form a linear pair. So they would add up to be 180 degrees. So if I do 180 minus 45, it should give me the measure of angle y. And if you check that, it does. These problems, there are several ways to find an exterior angle. You have 3 pieces of information to use. You are able to use what you know about a linear pair. You're able to use what you know the 3 angles in a triangle are supposed to add up to be. And you're also now able to use this new theorem that says the exterior angle is the sum of the remote interior angles. So, with that said, if we look at x, x would be 180 minus 20, 160. If we want to find y, well, 20 plus 110 plus y add up to be 180. So we can add 110 plus 20, we get 130. And then 180 minus 130 will give us y, 50 degrees. I want you to try the rest of these. We'll do number 6 real quick before I sign off. And the rest are homework. So here we have 3 angles all on the same straight line. These 3 angles add up to be 180 degrees. To find angle y, I'm going to add 45 plus 45 and get 90. And then subtract from 180. 180 minus 90 is 90. Y is 90 degrees. Now, let's find x. This symbol right here means this is 90 degrees. 90 plus 45 plus x, well, those are 3 angles in a triangle. They should add up to be 180. 90 plus 45 is 135. 180 minus 135 is 45. X is 45 degrees. We need to find Z and we need to find W. Right now, W is looking more promising than Z. Let's find W first, because W and 95 create a linear pair. So, 180 minus 95 should equal W. And that's 85. W equals 85 degrees. Now that I have W, I am able to find Z. How? Well, W plus 45 plus Z should all add up to be 180 degrees. So we add 45 plus 85, and we get 130. 180 minus 130, it's 50. So you have 4, 5, and 7 to do. On the back, you have 8 more problems to do. I'll be posting a 4th video setting up some of these problems. If you want to watch it, great. If not, work through it by yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your evening.